Okay, hello guys, and welcome back to online English classes here at My English Environment. Now, we are on our final lesson, okay, video 5 of our theme on news. So far, we have listened to a news article, practiced our listening skills, and answered some questions. We have, in video 2, we did some reading where we looked at the same article and answered some more questions and developed our understanding of the article. In video number 3, we looked at the article in more detail, pulling out chunks, and I was teaching you what a chunk is and why it's useful to learn chunks and not words. Video 4, we had a look at grammar and writing and an alternative way to practice our grammar, not just learning grammar rules. And today we are on speaking and pronunciation. So let's get started. Today's class. You need to be in a place where you can speak out loud, okay? So you need to be somewhere where you can practice your speaking. You'll be answering questions I give you by speaking back to me. Now, I know this sounds a bit strange, but it is really effective, okay? It is really effective. We don't all have English teachers we can chat to next door, so this is an effective way to do that so you can learn English wherever you are, the My English Environment strategy. Okay, before we start, I want to smash some myths, some things that are not true about practicing your English. Okay, I hear these all the time. Students often have these ideas they think are true and it stops them from making good progress. The first one is you must speak with a native speaker to really improve. That's absolute rubbish, just not true. It's just not true. It's really important that you get enough listening of native speakers. But about speaking, you could speak to anybody. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as long as you are practicing your speaking. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. You can even talk to your chair. Perhaps that's a bit extreme, but it doesn't matter. Your grammar is not good enough. My grammar is not very good, so I don't do speaking. Okay. When native speakers get their grammar wrong, the biggest issue is often, I forgot what I said there, is often vocabulary. Yeah, all right. So vocabulary is much more important than grammar, in my opinion. It's much more important. Okay. Do not worry too much about your grammar. Certainly do not worry about only speaking with native speakers. Do not use that as an excuse not to practice. Okay. So speaking practice. This is what's going to happen. Speaking practice number 1. I will ask you a question and then I will leave a gap, some time for you to reply. You should speak out loud your best answer. Number 3. Afterwards, I will answer the question myself to give you a good example in case you did not know how to answer or want to improve your answer. Obviously, there are many answers, so just because your answer is different to my answer doesn't mean your answer is wrong, but I'm just giving you a good example. Okay. Number 4, you then get ready for your next question. Number 5, some questions are for understanders, some are for builders, and some are for challengers. Feel free to try any of them. There's no harm in trying with this. Then you can record your answers and re-watch my answers and compare. That's really useful. It's a bit strange, takes a bit of getting used to, but it's useful. Record your answer, then watch my answer and compare. Again, your answers might be different. You might use different words, and that's totally fine. But have a look, see if you can learn some useful chunks from what I say into your answers. Are there any improvements you could make with vocabulary and pronunciation? Let's get started. All right, I am going to practice with you. Okay.
Understanders.
Do you like going to concerts? Do you like going to concerts? Yeah, I really enjoy going to concerts. I go to a concert maybe once a month. Question for builders now. Question for builders. How often do you go to concerts? How often do you go to concerts? I go fairly frequently. I go to concerts fairly frequently. As I said before, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. Okay, question for challenges now. Question for challenges. Okay. How does going to a live concert compare with watching one online? How does going to a physical live concert compare with watching one online? For me, the biggest difference is atmosphere. If I've got no choice, then one online is fine. But without the atmosphere, without the crowd, without the noise, without the buzz, then it's not quite the same for me. So I would always choose to go to see a live concert. However, at the moment, it seems unlikely for a while. Okay, new round. Question for understanders. Do you like going to see rock concerts, pop concerts, or classical concerts, and why? For me, I'd much rather go and see a rock concert. Uh, I don't know why. It's just the kind of music I grew up on. I'd much prefer to go and see a rock concert. Okay, next question for builders. What makes a good concert? What makes a good concert? In my view, the thing that really makes a good concert is how much the act, the band, the singer is into the concert. Sometimes you get bands who are clearly just playing for the money. They've arrived from somewhere. They're not really interested in playing. Yeah, they say the right things, but they don't really mean it. Other times you get people who clearly want to be there. And when you know that the musician that you paid your money to go and see really wants to be there, then that's the best thing. That makes the good concert. Okay, last question now for challengers. Last question for challengers. If you could go and see any band, what would it be and why? If you could go and see any band, what would it be and why? For me, I don't think I could make that choice. That's a really, really tough one. There's so many bands I'd like to go and see. Some musicians that I've always wanted to see that I never have. Uh, my favorite artist is a band called Beck. I would always go and see Beck again. I enjoy. I'd love to go and see Daft Punk. I've always wanted to see Daft Punk, and I've never managed it. Another group or band. So many. There are so many. But yeah, I'd go for Beck or Daft Punk. Okay. All right, guys. So there we go. That is the end of the speaking. What I wanted to give you was the chance to actually practice your speaking a little bit, but also the opportunity to re-watch this and see if you can steal some useful chunks, some natural ways to begin an answer, some natural ways to extend an answer. Go back, re-watch it, compare how you did with my answers, and see if you can find anything useful. Okay, that's the last lesson of this series. Okay, hopefully you've learned some new chunks, you've learned some new techniques, you've had some reading and listening practice and speaking practice. Hopefully you found it useful. In the comments, please do leave me some feedback. What did you find useful? What would you like to see more of in the future? And let's see if we can get this community going and have some free English resources to really help you. So please share this if you've enjoyed it, if you found it useful with anybody else learning English, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.